and welcome to our annual celebration of the Republic Day of India. I'm Riti Sunshine Palla, your host for this program. Joining me later in this celebration is New York Governor David Paterson, along with other public officials who are friends of the Indian American community. Each year, the month of January creates an aura of patriotism amongst people of Indian origin all over the world, as Republic Day falls in this month. It was on January 26, 1950, that the Constitution of India came into force and India became a sovereign, democratic, and republic state. This day marks the recognition that we Indians thrive in a sovereign and secular land that stands for the principles of justice, liberty, and equality, the golden words that form the essence of our preamble. The country finally realized the dream of Mahatma Gandhi and numerous freedom fighters who fought for and sacrificed their lives for the independence of India. The Constitution was drafted by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and 6 members of the Constitution Draft Committee. 2 handwritten copies, one in Hindi and the other in English, were then signed by 308 members of the Assembly. January 26th is not just a random date for India to become a sovereign republic. This date was deliberately chosen because it was on this date in 1930 that the Indian National Congress had symbolically declared Purn Swaraj, or complete independence from the British. On this day, the patriotic fervor of the Indian people brings the whole country together, even in her embedded diversity of different religions, cultures, and languages. The regional identity takes a backseat, and what matters most is the universal appeal of unity and brotherhood projected by people all over India. Every Indian heart swells with pride. Each year, the Republic Day is celebrated majestically in New Delhi, where symbols of the nation's military might and cultural wealth are displayed in what is the world's most spectacular parade. Let's watch. As we celebrate the Republic Day of India here in the United States, it is truly my honor to welcome someone enormously popular amongst the Indian American community. Despite his tremendously hectic schedule, he has always found the time to join us in our celebrations and continues to fascinate us with his deep knowledge and love for India. You guessed it, ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about the great governor of the Empire State, the Honorable David Paterson. Apart from his remarks on the Republic Day of India and Indian Americans, I will be speaking to him about his inspiring childhood and other fascinating aspects of his life. Governor Paterson, welcome back, and thank you for joining us in our celebration of the 60th anniversary of the Republic Day of India.
Thank you for having me, Riti. I watch over the years how professional you become at this, and now if I had to see you in a couple years, I'll have to probably come to CNN or something. Well, I want to extend the greetings on this 60th anniversary of Republic Day in India on January 26th, which is the anniversary of India's Constitution, which has made the world's largest democracy one of the greatest places to live. And right here in the United States, as in India itself, we are still in many ways recovering from an economic spiral that has lost jobs and homes and opportunities for so many people. But we're all struggling together. And it's great to have such a wonderful Indian population right here in New York State, who, while struggling along with us, has been very charitable, those who have the capacity to help other New Yorkers during this crisis. And of course, just a year and a few months ago, there was a horrible, horrible international tragedy that occurred in Mumbai. But the people of the world came together not only to condemn the violence, but also to bring assistance to the people that lived in that great city. And recently we've had an astronomical tragedy costing hundreds of thousands of lives in Haiti. And so Indians from New York, New Yorkers, and people all around the world are congregating in that relief effort to try to, in some way, lessen the pain of one of the worst tragedies the world's experienced in the last decade. But as for the program, it's great to be back, and it's wonderful to see you.
It's great to have you, Governor. Governor, you are definitely an inspiration to me personally and to thousands of children across the state. Today, I'd like to ask you who your idols and inspirations were as a child.
Well, I'm so old, Reedy, that Martin Luther King, whose birthday we just celebrated, is one of the inspirations to me. I used to watch him speak on television. And a United States Senator from New York, Robert F. Kennedy, was another inspiration to me. And then there's so many people that you meet. They're inspirations to you, but other people wouldn't know who they are. But one was a woman named Clarice Broderick. She was my 6th grade teacher. She really believed in me. She thought I could do anything the other children could. And when I had difficulty, she would personally keep me after school to make sure that I learned what the other children were learning. Well, boy, did she pick the right guy, because when I was sworn in as Lieutenant Governor, I had her be the keynote speaker at that event.
Oh, that's amazing, Governor. Governor, can you tell us a little bit about how your visual impairment affected your childhood growing up?
Well, originally most people with my visual impairment would go to special schools for the blind. As a matter of fact, Stevie Wonder, who is 4 years older than me, and he's totally blind, but there was never any thought of him attending any type of public school. And I was one of the first students like that to attend public school in Long Island, because the New York City public school system would not integrate students of my visual impairment with the rest of the class. Then obviously, you know, children are kind of mean to kids who are different in any way, and I went through that whole period. And obviously I could read larger print material, but as we went on in school and we started to read books from the library, they can't large print everything, so I would listen to tapes and became fine-tuned at the ability to listen and to attempt to recall, which has really served me well as governor.